This new house that we bought was at a price that I could not say no to, and we jumped into it because this is what I do for a living. Some of you have been following along since our original home tour in our old house, and our family has grown since the purchase of our original home and since the renovation of our old home, and I'm really excited to show you guys our new home. It's a lot bigger. It is going to be even more beautiful, but there has been a lot of hiccups and headaches along the way as we demoed the old house and saw what was beneath the walls. When we purchased this house, we knew that because of the knob and tube wiring, because of a lot of aspects in the home, we had to start renovations right away. It was kind of stressful because as an interior designer, planning and pre-planning is such a huge part of our job, and we just didn't have the time for that. We literally started demo the week that we purchased the home, the week that we got the keys to the home, and we had to start right away. We had to re-sister all of the joists. We had to replace all of the knob and tube wiring. There was no air conditioning. The heat was all radiator, old heating, and we are keeping the beautiful radiators, but we are also updating it to today's standards. We are finally at the exciting stage of the design and the renovation where all the beautiful finishes can come in. Drywall is coming in. We can confirm all the paint colors. We can confirm all the small details and start putting everything in for us to move in. Now I'm going to take you inside and show you what we've been up to. We are in Rocco's room right now, and something that was really important to me in this room was to keep the existing fireplace. We tried to keep as much of the original elements in the home as possible, and I just thought that this was such a beautiful piece to kind of like a centerpiece for the entire room. I love the details. As you can see, there's little etching in the wood, and it's just gorgeous. So we basically based the whole design around this fireplace. Another feature that we did on this floor, the second floor, was staggered stud walls. So the boys' rooms are back to back. Rome is still only 9 months old, so sometimes he cries, and Rocco's a toddler. He can be very loud, and the boys are both napping. So it was really important for me to have proper soundproofing. So we did staggered stud walls, which kind of dampers the sound in each room, and we did it also on the floors so that the boys can't hear walking or talking or anything like that from the main floor and the third floor above. Rocco's room used to be a lot bigger than Rome's room. Rome's room is right here. And something that I did not want them to do, which is growing up, I used to fight with my siblings about who got the bigger room and who got what room, was have them fight over who gets the bigger room. So we made this wall, we brought it over here and made Rome's room and Rocco's room equal sizes, so there will be no fighting allowed. In this hallway, we had to widen it to meet code and also just to create a greater, more grand entrance as you walk up onto the second floor. We also moved Rocco's doorway. It used to be right here, and we put it right across from Rome's door as well. And this is the boys' bathroom. So they're gonna share a bathroom. This was a bathroom previously, but we wanted to add 2 bathrooms on this floor, one for the guest room and one for the boys to share. This archway is such a beautiful feature for us. I did want a tub shower in the space, but I didn't want it to feel like a typical tub shower. So creating this arch just adds extra character. It's going to be surrounded with a porcelain slab tile, which is a 9-foot slab tile. We typically use real marble in our spaces, but the porcelain tile was readily available for us, and it also is very durable porcelain tile. So that's something that I wanted to use in the boys' room specifically. Another really important feature for me in this house was having a laundry room on the second floor. If any of you guys have kids, you know how many times you are doing laundry every single day, running up and down the stairs. In my previous house, our laundry room was in the basement and it just felt so dungy, and I felt like I spent so much time there that having a laundry room on the second floor where I spend a lot of time already would be such a pleasure to do laundry in. This was a sunroom previously, and I thought it would be such a nice space to do laundry, and this view would be so beautiful with the sink right here, the laundry room sink. And this was actually a closet before. So the entrance to the laundry room was just off of this office room. So we opened up this wall to create a beautiful view of the laundry room sink and just create such a bright and airy space for us. Let me take you over to the laundry room space and take a peek. Be very careful because the subfloors are not in yet. Keeping the feeling of it very open and airy is really important in making it feel warm, cozy, inviting, but also not so suffocating. There is still so much to be done in this room to get ready for drywall next week, but stay tuned and we will tell you more about that later. This was the old bathroom and it is going to be our guest room. One extremely stressful aspect of this project has been that any extensions that we wanted to do, we had to wait for committee of adjustments to approve it. And that can take months and months of time. In knowing that, we decided to go ahead with the full renovation and keep this room just framed and unfinished until we get approval. This is where the potential bathroom is going to be. So we had to complete all of the rough-ins, and this wall is going to be opened up and we're going to extend the entire guest room this way. We are going to be putting the door in. We're going to have a very secure child-proof lock for the door so that the boys cannot enter, so we can move forward with living happy, comfortably, and safely, most importantly. We are going to head up to the third floor, which is the principal suite. I wanted to also let you know that we are replacing the stairs. We were going back and forth on whether or not to replace them because we do love the original railing, but we decided to replace the stairs, make them a little bit wider so it doesn't feel as much like an attic space going up there, and so that we can bring our furniture up and around. And we're going to be matching the original handrail that's on the main floor up to the third. We are on the third floor, which is our principal suite. And this is where Adrian and I are going to spend a lot of time. Because it is the third floor, it was kind of like an attic space before. The ceilings were really low, everything felt very confined and tight, and I just wanted to make sure that the space felt like very grand and like a really special place for us to be able to spend a lot of time in. We ended up lifting the ceilings about 2.5 feet. Something that was really a big decision for us was opening up the roof and adding a dormer. So this space used to be just attic space on an angle, and I knew we couldn't really make use of that space if the roof was on an angle, so we created a dormer. We lifted up the ceiling, and now we can have a full principal closet when you first walk up the stairs. As a designer, one of our biggest pet peeves is having bulkheads in every single room. So we decided to, in whatever case, however we can do it, eliminate all bulkheads. So the way that we did that in this home, because the home never had air conditioning previously, is in hiding all of the bulkheads and all of the ducts and everything in our closets and in our millwork. If you can even see along here, all of these ducts, we kind of created a platform, and there's going to be a really tall baseboard, so you will not see anything that is related to the HVAC. This house is over 100 years old, and it was not updated at all. It had the original knob and tube wiring, which if anyone has gone through a renovation or purchased an old home, you know that you cannot get house insurance without updating all the wiring. And to update all the wiring, it means ripping out all of the walls. And so we were kind of forced into doing the full renovation on the second and third floor as soon as we purchased the house. And that was such a stressful time for us because we were forced to design as soon as possible. We were forced to make all purchases as soon as possible. And the clock was literally ticking. And it's just such a relief to be in this stage. Once drywall gets put in, you know that the finish line is in sight, and it is something that is just a moment that I've been waiting for months and months. When you come over here, this is going to be the principal ensuite vanity. It's gonna be a double sink vanity. We have these beautiful mirrors that have soft lines. There's gonna be a tub right here along the window. We are importing all of the stone from Travail by Spaces by Jacflash. So the countertops, the surround of the tub, and another feature that I really was excited about was having a steam shower. So in the shower, we're gonna have a bench, we're gonna have floor to ceiling marble and the steam shower here. And then something that we love to do in our designs is hide the toilet. Nobody wants to see a toilet, so we really love hiding it either behind a vanity so you can't see it when you walk in, or in what is called a water closet. So we add, in this case, we're adding floor to ceiling mirror. That's gonna be a door, and no one would ever know that the toilet is hidden behind it. This is where the head of our bed is going to go. And our closet is going to be right in the middle, centering the room. We have two antique French doors that are gonna open up and make the space feel very grand and open. And we just really didn't want this third floor to feel like an attic space. And we also wanted to use as much of the unusable space as possible. So every little nook and cranny, we tried to create closet space, space for shelving, space for anything that we can possibly use, including this little nook here in the attic space, which we are going to make built-in drawers. So I'm thinking this might be a cool area for me to do yoga in. Maybe I hide my yoga mats in this area, my essential oils, things like that. And just having like a really nice, open, bright space for me to kind of zen out is gonna be so much fun because I never had anything like that in my old house. Stay tuned for part 2, where we talk about all the exciting stuff, all the beautiful antique finishes that we're keeping in the space, the old doors, the paint finishes, the marble samples. We will take you through everything that is Spaces by Jacflash in our new home.